Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Carried Away Travels. Now, if you've been following my blog and my social media, you already know that I was in Colorado at the end of August, and we had an amazing trip driving around, hitting the highlights, and overall exhausting ourselves hiking around Rocky Mountain National Park. But to start off our trip, we thought we deserved a little bit of a special treat, and so we decided to spend our first night in Colorado at Mount Princeton Hot Springs Resort. So, my travel buddy, Sarah, is my old roommate from college, and we try to travel together at least once a year. And when we do, we always look for some sort of unique hotel. Maybe it's a new brand or just a boutique hotel, but we always try to do something a little bit different. And on this Colorado trip, we actually found two great hotels, including the Catbird in downtown Denver. So if you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to go back and watch that after this. But to kick things off, we wanted to do something a little extra special. So Sarah had been to this hot springs resort last year on a trip and loved it so much she recommended that we go back. And I loved it, and now I am going to tell you all about it. All right, so Mount Princeton Hot Springs Resort is located in Nathrop, Colorado. It's about 3 hours from the Denver airport if you drive directly there. If you're like us, we took a gorgeous detour down to Colorado Springs to see Garden of the Gods and then jetted over to Nathrop, and it was about 3.5 hours total. The location is just absolutely perfect too. It is nestled right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, so you get 360-degree mountain views from pretty much anywhere on the resort, and it's just a beautiful place to disconnect and relax. Now, they make sure that staying here comes with a lot of perks. So for every night that you stay at Mount Princeton, you get 10% off spa treatments and 2 days of complimentary access to the hot springs, fitness classes, and then certain rentals like skis and bikes and snowboards too. Unfortunately, we got in kind of late our first night, but because we had 2 days of access, we did get to enjoy the hot springs for a little bit before we headed to bed the first night. And then the following day, we got to enjoy everything for as long as we wanted before we decided to hit the road. I really appreciated how easy they made it for us to enjoy that second day of amenities as well. We had to check out of our hotel room at 10, but the resort made sure we had fresh towels for the whole time we were there. And before we had to drive off, they had showers available for us to use. They were very clean, and they even had shampoo, conditioner, body wash in there, plus a few other toiletry items if we needed them. So we could stay as long as we wanted and then freshen up before we had to hit the road. And that just made it so easy to stay and relax. So first things first, let's talk activities. There is so much you can do at this resort. You probably need a couple of days or more to try everything out, but really no matter what you like to do, they have an option for you. It's absolutely fantastic. So obviously the biggest pull here are the natural hot springs. There are several places around the resort where you can enjoy these hot springs, including a little hillside area with 3 pools that are in kind of a hot tub style. Each pool is a different temperature, but they're all warm and toasty. There's also a stream running right by this area, and they've used rocks to kind of create individual little pools right along the side of this stream. And these also vary drastically in temperature. The hot springs with the hot tub area are more consistent around, 98, 102 degrees. The ones in the stream, some are freezing, some are warm, some are cold on the top, but very warm at the bottom. So you may get a little surprised when you hop in, and you may want to try a couple different pools, but there are ones there that are also warm if you want to sit by the river and just watch the water go by and have that kind of experience. In addition to these hot springs, Mount Princeton also has a number of pools that their guests can enjoy. So the relaxation pool is up by the clubhouse, and they have fitness classes there. And outside of those fitness classes, overnight guests can enjoy this pool as well. There's also the old historic bathhouse, which was the original hot spring experience here. And this pretty much just looks like a pool, but this was where guests back in the old days would come and enjoy their resort experience. It actually has a doorway straight from the little building that steps directly into the pool. You just open your door and walk right down the steps into the pool, which kind of cracked me up. And then there is an infinity pool and an additional child pool area closer to the hill and cliffside hotel rooms. This was a beautiful area. The infinity pool has an absolutely stunning view. There's also a tiny little lazy river in there and a water slide, which was very cool. It is built into the side of the hill, so it's not up on stilts. You kind of weave around in a tube at ground level, and then it pops you out into that shallower kid pool there. So there are plenty of different ways you can enjoy the water experiences here. Even if you just want to pool hop around, you'll have a great time. They also offer spa treatments like massages and facials. We didn't actually get to try these because we didn't realize that you had to book them 24 hours in advance. And so when we got there, they didn't have anything left, but they do offer those on site. If you can't manage to get an appointment, there is a sauna that you can enjoy pretty much anytime. And there's a juice bar in this area as well. They offer juices and smoothies with fresh local ingredients and some light snacks you can buy as well. And they're really tasty. And speaking of food, I was in love with their on-site restaurant. The Mary Murphy Steakhouse is their main dining location, and we had lunch there, and it was some of the best food I have ever had in my life. I am not even joking. Their cheese curds, okay? I eat a lot of cheese curds. I like cheese curds, okay? These were the best stinking cheese curds I have ever had in my life, okay? And somehow they were fancy, all right? We got these alongside an Asian chicken salad and black pepper and bourbon steak tips, and they fit right in. Everything was so good. We decided to get 2 entrees and split them between us. We had more than enough food, and I could have eaten there probably 4 different times and not gotten tired of their menu. It was fantastic. I don't know what else to say. It was good. I really want cheese curds now.
Obviously, don't go and do that.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't. Live!
All right, so the last thing to talk about here is the lodging. They have so many different options you can choose from depending on where you want to stay on the resort, how much you want to pay, and how big your group is. So they have suites down by the creek. They have hotel rooms up on the hillside and the cliffside. They have suites at the lodge, or you can even rent out a whole cabin that sleeps like 10 people and has a kitchen. It really just depends on the kind of experience you want to have. Since it was just 2 of us for one night, we decided that we wanted to just really maximize the view. So we booked one of the hotel rooms up on the cliffside, and it was such a perfect location. The back patio overlooks the resort, and like I mentioned before, they have these 360-degree mountain views. And so we got up for the sunrise, and it was just absolutely gorgeous, and I was so glad we decided to book that room. As far as our actual room went, like I mentioned, I really liked the view. I really liked how spacious it was. It was clean, it was comfy, but overall it was kind of nondescript. It was very standard hotel room decor, but we did have 2 very big, comfy queen-size beds. There were a couple benches, a table and chair, and a TV in our room. And then we also had this kind of mudroom, kitchenette, tiled area where there was a wardrobe, there was a microwave, mini fridge, and an espresso with a bunch of different pods, and a vanity area so we could get ready because the bathroom only had a pedestal sink, toilet, and bathtub shower combo, so there really wasn't room for us to get ready, but that vanity area compensated for that space issue very nicely. Alright, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for coming by to watch it. I hope you are inspired to take a trip to Mount Princeton Hot Springs Resort, treat yourself to a bougie weekend getaway. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them below and I'll be happy to answer them. You can also check out my written blog post at www.cochranewriting.com. Be sure to like and subscribe before you go, and we'll see you next time. Bye!